Hey guys, my name is Rodney Banta, otherwise known as Rodnator, and this is the Bard. The Bard is going to be one of your more interesting characters. They're a little bit less complicated to play, but they do have a lot of different things about them. To begin, a Bard is a charisma character. They use charisma for a lot of their spells. Bardic music, bardic knowledge, countersong, fascinate, and inspire courage are what they get at level 1. Bardic music is so if you have an instrument, you can do special magical effects through that instrument, and these effects are countersong and fascinate as well as inspire courage. That's why all three of those are at the beginning. You also get bardic knowledge. Bardic knowledge is basically hearsay. Oh yes, do you know anything about Glith, the 19th Lord of the 18th Hell? You know, I got a 26, do I? DM goes, yeah, you heard in a bar like 8 months ago from this like old-ass wizard that he captured a demon like 4 months before that, had him in service, and because of that, he knows that that guy is leader of the 18th Hell, he has this weapon, he does this, he lives here, and so that gives you a little bit more information about pretty much anything. It lets you substitute any knowledge check with bardic knowledge instead. So knowledge is, they can buff your bardic knowledge or whatever, but knowledges are basically given to you as a class. As for your bardic music, countersong is going to let you counter a spell that uses sound. So a dromite hits you with sonic ray or whatever. The bard can strum his mandolin, and immediately his sound overpowers that spell, and it's based on a roll. So I'm going to go ahead and read how that works. So, bardic music, once per day a bard, blah, 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 yeah. Countersong. A bard with 3 or more ranks in a perform skill can use his music or poetics to counter magical effects that depend on sound, but not spells that simply have verbal components. So if I'm yelling, Agni for fireball, that does not mean that you just stop my fireball because you're playing music in the background. But if I shoot a wave of vibrations at you using a sonic attack, then yes, your vibrations counter mine. Each round of countersong, he must make a perform check, and any creature within 30 feet of the bard, including the bard himself, that is affected by a sonic or language-dependent magical attack, such as sound burst or command, may use the bard's perform check in place of their saving throw. So say I roll my perform 26, that's going to overcome most spells DCs, especially if you're not high enough level. That's like a level 15 is going to have something that beats a 26. Now, of course, you also get Fascinate. Fascinate is going to let you basically make sure that things are paying attention to you, and they kind of go into a lulling state where they're like, I can't do anything but look at this amazing bard's performance. That's kind of the idea. So, Fascinate works. A bard with 3 or more ranks of perform skill may use their music or poetics to cause 1 or more creatures to become fascinated with them. Each creature to be fascinated must be within 90 feet and able to see and hear the bard and be able to pay attention to them. The bard must also be able to see the creature. The distance of a nearby combat or other dangers prevents this ability from working. For every 3 levels a bard attains beyond first, he can target an additional creature with the single use of this ability. So basically, pay attention to me, stop looking at my dudes who are trying to sneak past you, da-da-da. You're the distraction, and it's really good for that. Now, the most important thing about a bard is Inspire Courage. Inspire Courage is going to give you a 30-foot radius of anyone who hears this music around you, that's an ally, that you consider... Anyone that you consider an ally within 30 feet of you is going to gain the ability to have a +1 to hit, +1 to damage just for you. So when people are like, oh, that bard's totally worthless, it's like, no, man, I'm thinking 5 of you hit this round. Technically, I did 5 damage. And 3 you might have missed if I wasn't playing this awesome, inspiring ballad about, Gritz, the king of the 9th Hell or whatever. I guess, not the 9th Hell. I think Gritz is one of the Abyss Lords. But, you get what I'm saying. Eventually, at 3rd level, you get Inspire Competence. This is going to give you a bonus to skill checks equivalent to your bardic music thing, which is, so for instance, Inspire Courage. You have 3 Roman ranks and per turn bolster them against fear and improving their combat abilities. The ally must be able to hear the song. The effect lasts for as long as they hear the bard, usually for 5 rounds thereafter. An affected ally receives a +1 moral bonus on saving throws against charm and fear effects, and a +1 morale bonus on attack and weapon damage rolls. This upgrades at 8th, 14th, and 20th. Inspire Competence. A bard of 3rd level or higher or 6 or more ranks of perform skill may use their magical poetics to help an ally succeed at a task. The ally must be within 30 feet and able to see and hear the bard. The bard must be able to see the ally, and depending on the task the ally has at hand, the bard may use his bardic music to lift the ally's spirits to help him or her focus on his bardic music to lift the ally mentally or in some other way. The ally gets a +2 competence bonus on skill checks. So just a +2 competence bonus on skill checks, and a couple other little benefits that you can read yourself. At level 5, or actually level 6, you get Suggestion. Suggestion is actually weaved into your song. So say you're singing a ballad about some king of hell, you can suggest to people, and he was so greedy that he ate bards who meant nothing but good, and the only way that we could convince him to not eat us was to give us 3 gold pieces. Are you compelled to give me 3 gold pieces so I don't get eaten by this guy? That's the idea. That's literally the idea. You can compel someone to do something with suggestion. And it's pretty much the suggestion spell. So suggestion, a bard of 6th level or higher and with 9 or more ranks to perform may make a suggestion as the spell to a creature that has already been fascinated. Using this ability does not break the bard's concentration on the fascinate effect, nor does it allow a second saving throw against the fascinate effect. Making a suggestion does not count against the bard's daily limit on bardic music performances. A will saving throw DC 10 plus half bard level plus charisma negate the effect. This ability affects only a single creature, but you eventually unlock mass suggestion. And this is a mind-affecting, language-dependent ability. So if you're singing to a bunch of orcs who don't speak common, you can't suggest to them in common to go kill each other because they can't understand what you're saying. At level, I guess that's 8, you get Inspire Courage plus 2. This is going to upgrade that bonus against fear effects, and it's also going to give them plus 2 to hit and damage. You can get at 9th level Inspire Greatness. Inspire Greatness. A bard of 9th level or higher with 12 or more ranks in perform may use musics or poetics to inspire greatness in himself or a willing ally within 30 feet, granting them extra fighting ability. For every 3 levels a bard attains beyond 9th, they can target 1 additional ally with a single use of this ability. 2 at 12th, 3 at 15th, 4 at 18th. To inspire greatness, a bard must sing and an ally must hear them sing. The effect lasts as long as the ally hears the bard sing and for 5 rounds thereafter. The creature is inspired with greatness gains 2 bonus hit dice, d10s, and the commensurate number of temporary hit points. Apply the target's constitution modifier if any of these bonus hit dice. They also gain a plus 2 bonus on attack rolls and a plus 1 competence bonus on fort saves. The bonus hit dice count as regular hit dice for determining the effects of spells such as sleep. So basically, he just gave the guy 2 fighter levels. I mean, not all the benefits of them, but kinda. Then you eventually at 12th you get Song of Freedom. I believe this breaks enchantments. Song of Freedom. A bard of 12th level or higher with 50 more ranks to perform may use the music to create an effect equivalent to a break enchantment spell. Using the ability requires 1 minute of uninterrupted concentration in music, and it functions on a single target. That means you can sing that phylactery out of existence. Screw your lich. The bard just beat it. Now, eventually, you get Inspire Courage plus 3 at 14, and Inspire Heroics at 15. Inspire Courage plus 3 is just the same as plus 1 or plus 2, it's just better. And then Inspire Heroics, with a bard of 15th or higher, with 18 or more ranks to perform, may use music or poetics to inspire tremendous heroism in himself or a single willing ally within 30 feet, allowing them to fight bravely even against overwhelming odds. For every 3 bard levels the character attains beyond 15, they can inspire heroics in 1 or more people. The bard must sing and an ally must hear the bard, blah, blah. A creature so inspired gains a plus 4 morale bonus on all saving throws, as well as a plus 4 dodge bonus to AC. This effect lasts for as long as they hear, plus 5 more rounds thereafter, yeah. Plus 4 to your AC, that's pretty fantastic. Lastly, we're going to get Mass Suggestion, which is just exactly Suggestion, but on multiple people, and Inspire Courage plus 4 at 20. Other than that, you get Bardic Spells per day. Bardic Spells per day are going to only go up to 6, so they are not a full caster. They never get 9th level casting, and they get spells from the Bard's spell list. A lot of these are little Prestidigitation Illusion spells, and little things like that, like Ghost Sound and such. You're actually using these spells through your music as well. So I like to think of maybe putting on a performance of, while I'm singing, I cast Prestidigitation in my song, and it erupts my hair into fire as I sing about the Fire King of the North. And then I cast Dancing Lights to add flaming lights around the room, and have I cast Darkness to make anything besides my magical light go away, so the room gets dark and is barely lit except for these dancing lights. And then I sing Greater Shadow or something ridiculous at 6 as a 6th level, and I make a shadow of the hero appear, and I make a shadow of the villain appear, and they fight a mockery battle or something. And then the people go nuts, and they each give me 10 gold pieces apiece, and I make some money today. That's the idea of the bard casting his spells. He's playing his music the whole time. It's all a performance. He loves art. He loves music. He loves everything like that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about him other than that. Bards get a 2/3 base attack bonus, and they get good reflex and will saves. So they're bad at taking poison, they're good at dodging fireballs, and they're good at ignoring spells. And other than that, they're as good as a cleric at hitting things. So don't think of the bard as if he can't be up there fighting things. He can totally be up there fighting things. In fact, they can usually just throw their mandolin aside, and a level, I think, 0 bard spell is Summon Instrument. So if you need to leave your instrument somewhere, just cast Summon Instrument, and boom, here it is. So that's the idea. Your bard doesn't need to worry about the instrument unless it's just I don't want to damage the thing. But yeah, no, the Bard is a pretty useful class. Bardic Knowledge is really good. All the musical effects are really good. I really recommend looking into the Draconomicon for, I think it's Draconic Inspiration is the name of the feat. It's going to upgrade your Bardic music. But aside from that, guys, I feel like I've covered everything. Oh, I got you there, didn't I? I haven't covered the skills yet. Bard class skills, which is pretty much the main purpose of the class. Bard is a skill monkey. Not quite the rogue, but he's a skill monkey. The Bard's class skills are appraise, balance, bluff, climb, concentration, craft, decipher, script, diplomacy, disguise, escape artist, gather information, hide, jump, every knowledge, taken individually, listen, move silently, perform profession, sense motive, sleight of hand, speak language. So good. Speak language. Every time you put a rank in it, you learn a new language. That's the best skill in the game. Aside from that, you also get spellcraft, swim, tumble, and use magic device. So yeah, you can read a spell scroll just like a wizard can. UMD. Best skill ever. So the Bard is going to be a skill monkey. He also gets 6 plus intelligence modifier times 4 skill points at first level and 6 plus intelligence from thereafter. It's going to be one of the highest skill point values you will ever find in the game. There's 8 after that, which is going to be your rogue. But anyway, guys, I feel like I've covered pretty much everything about the Bard. I really recommend looking at this in the book because a lot of these things, such as the Bardic music, a lot of like the Bardic knowledge and what the DCs are is in here. So that's going to help you a lot out. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and bounce on out of here. That was the Bard, and that's how it works.